too many.
Start recording. Okay. Wow. Hello. That happened.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Icewind Dale's Icewind
Down
Dale's
Darker Trail.
After Dark.
Icewind Dale depression.
Yeah. Icewind Dale. Oh, it's actually a horror game now, finally.
Yeah.
Yes. Donovan is crushing despair.
Yeah. I actually got to admit, Narthi was feeling exactly how Donovan was feeling. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, no, as written, the module's like, the moment you guys arrive at the fortress, the dragon leaves.
Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds about right.
So I'm over here, it's like, well...
I definitely, because Elspeth was invisible and so no one would have been able to stop her, and she's kind of on a suicide run at this point, honestly, because she feels like she's to blame for so many of the problems that have occurred. I almost dropped my highest level guiding bolt on the dragon as it tried to leave, just to see if I could do some damage, but I was also like, if I do that in this room full of 100 Duergar, she is absolutely dead. Like, there is no way out of that fight for her. So, but I strongly considered it.
Yeah, no-win situations are hard to put people in.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, is like, and I was trying to do it with the Duergar that came into the room with y'all. It does have to take time, one, to travel, and two, to destroy things.
Yeah.
So it does you have time. It's just like, how much can you sacrifice in the time being?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a race against the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Or we just let it happen. And you know what?
Yeah. What's fun? No, because like Narthi doesn't have the connection that Renner had with y'all. And so I'm like, in Narthi's mind, showing up to this place, seeing the final villain in her mind of what the epitome of what is actually killed her brother, and then having to leave again is like, why did I even come on this? She has zero connection to 10 towns. Like, so she's just like, I do not care about these 10 towns getting raised. What I care about is dude. But again, she trusts this group. She trusts Elspeth. So she's begrudgingly going along, but like, why? Yeah. Like, it's just like this, there's no, and again, aside with Donovan's thing, like, we could just let it happen. Let's go back and kill the mofos who created this thing, like, so that when the dragon does come back, it's coming back to nothing. So it's like, okay, now it can just exist. Again, this is just her own thought processes, because she's just like, I just want to kill Duergar. I just want to get rid of them. Yeah. But
Donovan was right on that as well. Just like, you know what? Well, we're going to probably die, but let's make a stand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zark's the only one that really was asked to help 10 towns. So it's like, right. So there was A, B, now I have to put C in the middle of that, then I can get back to B.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, we've made a few friends in 10 towns. So, East Haven would be terrible.
Yeah.
Boss, Bryn Shander.
We can't lose Tourmaline. We'll lose our bar that we're gonna go reopen when we retire.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Lonelywood, the bar that you got.
Lonelywood, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Lonelywood. That's right.
You know what? Mark's got it.
Yeah.
Mark and Marta in Lonelywood.
Well, that's the other thing that was interesting too, is I didn't want to get into this right at the tail end of things, but I think in Elspeth's mind too, she's now spinning the gears on who's our enemy's enemy, because the Frost Maiden absolutely would have the power to destroy 10 towns if she chose to, and she has chosen not to. So in Elspeth's mind, is this how we lure the Frost Maiden out? Like, will the Frost Maiden come to defend her property from this interloper dragon, and then does that give us our shot at the Frost Maiden also? But again, like I said, Elspeth is very much like, she is never expected to come out of this, but now she is very much on that reckless track of like, I have nothing to go back to. My dad's gone. I broke up with my not girlfriend. Like,
yeah,
this is the only thing left, is to try to do as much good as possible to make amends.
Yeah.
I don't envy you, James. That must be a really hard moment for the team to be like, hey, yeah. So as soon as your party slaves away and finally gets to, like, oh gosh, we finally arrived at the compound. No, this thing is leaving you. Have to do that. It's like,
Yeah.
The murder machine goes to
the murder machine goes, and you're like, oh.
I mean, that's the reason why I was like, okay, I'm gonna let them get in at the very least.
Yeah.
Because it's like you see Dragon going to attack 10 towns. It's like, oh, the scope of that is like, Dragon attack 10 towns, stop that. But by putting it in a situation where it's like, oh, you have Zardarak or the Dragon to follow.
That's good. Yeah.
To me, that's a better thing to create. Where it's like actually have that choice of being like, well, we could stay and deal with the Durgar, or we could deal with the Dragon. And
gotcha.
And
yeah,
both are things that we would have to deal with eventually. So it's
In my opinion, it was we either fight and die hundreds of Durgar, or we there's no way to catch the dragon, so it's done. Like those were my two options.
And that's where Narthi was as well. Yeah.
Donovan is I don't even know if he's down the hill with you guys. Like he's just kind of like torn of like, do I just go back and just try and pick them off one by one?
It's a very good cinematic moment, because I think it's like, it's definitely going to be an inter-party especially since now two of them are like, absolutely not. Why are we doing this? It's futile. Whereas the other two have that connection to the 10 towns that are just like, no, save as many as we can type thing.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
And Nazar's just not freaked out by a dragon or anything. It's like, okay, it's a dragon. It's mechanical and that's kind of weird, but it's a dragon. It's fine.
And I think Elspeth, it's not even that she has a connection to 10 towns, it's that she spent so long feeling useless in the group that she cannot bring herself to just run away or wait. Like it's the reverse Blaze of Glory. Like I have to do something meaningful so that this entire quest I've been on hasn't been just me constantly not being able to help my party.
Yeah.
If I can help someone, then at least I'll have died a hero like my dad. So
Dad's not dead. He's in jail.
Yeah,
Dad's not dead. He's in jail.
Great.
I fully anticipate there to be a conversation before you guys, or if you guys decide to get on the sleds with, you'll learn their name, but Velen with her.
As soon as you described, I was like, my owl was a spy the whole time, just not for the Frostmaid.
I mean, that's also the thing. I didn't anticipate y'all having an owl. I was just like, here's an owl. And then my machinations were running. I'm like, okay, let's make owl actually useful. And Velen, the character, has a snowy owl familiar.
Oh, very cool.
And I was like,
combined.
And I always try and find things like that. And I can say this because Mo is not going to be joining us for at least the portion of it. I anticipated of throwing Tama into the Durgar fortress because there is a Goliath that they captured in the book. So I was like, if I put Tama in there, that gives it more impetus.
Should we stay? Oh, we would have ended up staying.
Yeah, we would have stayed.
Yeah.
Because then, Mo would have ran. Yeah.
But speaking of modules, so this Deus Ex Machina sleds to help us along. It's like when you're writing modules, don't do that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like Velen as a character has her own intentions, obviously, that are supposed to lead you into chapters 5, 6, and 7, which is why they introduce her here.
Gotcha.
Got it. No, that makes sense.
She comes in as an ally, and you're like, oh yes, thank you so much. And she's like, cool. Now can you help me out with this next thing?
And now I need a favor. We're like, don't say your name, don't make contracts, don't eat the food.
All right. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this after dark while we're depressed. But tonight there's a giveaway.
Woo! We have choices to make for next stream. This is very exciting.
Yeah.
We'll be on next Saturday, and then we'll take a break till December, take another break, and then we'll wrap it up in January.
Woo!
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we're splitting the party 4 ways next stream, just letting you know in advance.
Well, we might have to if the freaking internet keeps just like saying, and now you cannot play.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I'm hotspotting off my phone right now.
Smart.
that's almost what I had to do. So yeah.
Damn. I'm down.
All right.
All
Cool.
right, y'all. Thank you so much, and we'll see
Thanks,
you
James.
again next Saturday.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.